The 50th anniversary of the Robiphone seems to me the right moment to tell its story as it really happened. This instrument, so easy to build and even easier to play, was invented by chance during a workshop on improvised music using homemade instruments that I myself led in the 1980s of the last century. It turns out that the Robiphone's characteristic sound was discovered through an act of disobedience which laid the foundation for a whole range of very interesting instruments. Their versatility is particularly evident in musical games involving free improvisation. I refer to it as an invention, though I'm aware that the same principle could have been discovered elsewhere, in another era, and by someone else. At the time of our discovery, we were completely unaware of this. This is how Nicolas Bra's membranophone may have had origins that are entirely independent of the Robiphone. Hats off to you, Nicolas. I love your achievements. This presentation, a plea for improvisation, lasts about 20 minutes. Thank you. And this is how it all started, more than 50 years ago in Meerenschwand, Switzerland. My input is pictured above, and it was very clear the balloon should be filled with water and not with air. Just try it and you will have great fun for a moment. And there is the crucial moment of our story. While the rest of the group was doodling about with our Lotus Bahn flute, Leo refused to follow the advice of the leader. Instead of filling the balloon with water, he filled it up with air and manipulated it in the way that is shown in the picture above. And this is what happened. At this very moment, we have to realize that the characteristic effect of the Leophone was found by coincidence or even by an act of disobedience. This may seem a bit long, but one has to realize that this specific sound had never been heard before, at least not by us. This is a variation to switch it on and off. It was soon clear that the pitch of the sound was depending on the length of the tube. And we started making all kinds of variations. And soon there was the suggestion of finger holes. Why not? Then we found that the amazing effect was possible by only using the neck of the balloon and by replacing the effective balloon by our lungs. And what else was needed? A few rubber bands, a little block of wood, a short tube to blow into, and a longer tube with finger holes, and there was the leophone. In a quiet moment at home, I started fiddling about with our findings. And thanks to my basic training as a general engineering draftsman, I got to the solution pictures above. When I presented my discovery in the next workshop, the participants found that it was worthwhile to call this instrument Robiphone. What the hell is he fiddling about now? He was tightening the balloon. This was my concert Robiphone. It looks as though I was blowing it through the nose, but it's an optical illusion. indeed only 3 finger holes. This would amount to 4 different notes. The multitude of different sounds is made by my left thumb. See next clip. Another variation is heavy gauge, where I am using the tube of a boom whacker. It's not quite finished yet. Watch the little fingers of the right hand closely. Friday the 13th by Thelonious Monk. This is one of the less successful clips. This is my bass Robiphone. I've been using it in a great number of performances all over the country. And a few weeks ago, the postman brought me the above parcel. It was sent to me by Nicolas Bras, a French instruments builder whom I had been following on YouTube for quite some time. This is what I found inside. The bass membranophone by Nicolas Bras. I just couldn't resist. I had to have it. This man did what I have been thinking about many times before. My compliments, Nicolas. You did very well. Using a lot of trial and error and 3D printing, and there was your success. 100 euro, a fair price. Chapeau. To start with, I had to make a little revision. For easier fingering, I had to connect the two parts with a bend. For all those who feel tempted to build a Leophone or a Robiphone by themselves, I added a few hand sketches there. This is part of my original documentations dating back to 1988. And here are a few details referring to tools and material. The Robiphone is a unique instrument. It's rather difficult to tune, especially in the high register. On the other hand, it offers great freedom in shaping each note and requires very little breath. Furthermore, it's one of the few wind instruments that poses absolutely no problems with the embouchure. Have fun and improvise.